presented by Franklin Motor Company. All right, folks, welcome to the Sports Source Highlight Show. Plenty of highlights to get to, so let's go ahead and get to it. Trinity at Innsworth. One of the best teams in the state of Kentucky versus one of the best teams in the state of Tennessee, and it was a thriller much like last year when the two teams met on ESPNU. And here's Rico McGraw, the Alabama Crimson Tide commit. And Alabama fans must enjoy seeing this. McGraw with some sweet moves before getting into the end zone for the game's first touchdown. Innsworth leads it 7-0. Next Tiger possession. Ball thrown deep downfield and it finds Thomas Freeland. A huge gain and another Innsworth first down. And just look at these fans, a packed student section. That drive would stall because Innsworth would put the ball on the ground and Trinity would recover. Shamrocks would give it right back. And on the next Tiger possession, another fumble. This one from Donovan Sheffield, the Vandy commit. Coughs it up deep in Tiger territory. Trinity fans now have a reason to cheer. They're fired up in the visiting side of the stands. Plenty of them made the trip from Louisville, Kentucky to see their Shamrocks play. And to see their Shamrocks tie the game late in the first half with a Donald Brooks touchdown on the counter. Game tied 7 apiece. That would be the score at halftime as we head to the second half. And merely a wild start in the third quarter. Around 8 minutes to play in the third. And Innsworth thought they had taken a 14-7 lead after this touchdown catch, but a holding penalty would negate the score, so we stay tied at 7 apiece. Trinity would get the ball back. Now they have a chance to take the lead. But on that possession, the Rocks looking deep downfield. And it's Rodney Owens picking it off for the Tigers. Innsworth gets the ball back. And then some drama. 3rd and long. Trinity hoping to get off the field, and it looked like they might. But wait a second. Referee signals completion, and the Shamrock sideline is irate. The other official comes in to call it incomplete, but the penalties still stand, and 30 yards of them. 2 unsportsmanlike penalties against the Shamrocks. That's an automatic first down. And we'll show you again on replay as we zoom in here. It wasn't the correct call, but here's what Innsworth head coach Ricky Bowers had to say about the play.
Well, that's unfortunate that anytime, penalties get involved in the game, especially unsportsmanlike. So it's a nice lesson for us to learn. We talk a lot about it, when it's most hectic and the pressure's greatest, we have to respond appropriately, right? Because we don't want to have any regrets. So.
Right. And Innsworth would make that hurt. PJ Settles drops the ball, picks it up, and somehow finds Rodney Owens over the middle for the go-ahead score. Tigers lead 14-7. Incredible. As the quarterback PJ Settles dropped it, was able to pick it up and somehow still complete the pass. Trinity gives it back to Innsworth, and then Donovan Sheffield making up for the turnover from earlier, taking it to the house. 21-7, Tigers out in front. Now Trinity trying to mount a comeback here in the fourth quarter. Down 2 scores. Trinity quarterback Ryan Young bobbles the snap as well, but launches it downfield for a huge gain. Rocks in business. Few plays later, they're able to punch it into the end zone. We got a ball game once again, 21-14, and they get the ball back. And they have a chance to tie under a minute. 4th down and 4 in the red zone. This is the game. And the pass is broken up by Darius Moorhead. The Tigers hang on for a 21-14 season opening win over Trinity. as they've now beaten the Shamrocks in back-to-back seasons. Here's what future Commodore Donovan Sheffield had to say about the game-winning score.
I just did my job. You know, eventually in Coach Way's offense, eventually someone's gonna break a run, and I was the one who did it, so I was glad about that.
With that, we take you to the Beyond the Game Fan of the Week presented by Jack in the Box.
All right, I'm Donna Visman with Williamson Sourcing tonight. We're here at Innsworth High School for the very first home game, and I found some really excited fans.
Yeah.
So tell me about the group. Who's your spokesperson? That one. All right. Tell me about the group. You have a name. Tell me about that.
We're the Innsworth Gentlemen this year. Every year we will, the group changes every year. We'll paint it, it's usually black, we'll paint it in black and put up as many orange accessories as we can and try to organize it enough to, you know, come down and hopefully scare the other team into losing.
And who started this group? How did this group get founded?
We just went to Party City yesterday and saw some fancy stuff.
And it was born at Party City yesterday. Is that what happened?
Last year.
Last year we just went yesterday.
Almost the same thing with the orange suspenders.
So you're the token girl in this group, the gentleman group?
Yeah, I guess.
She's a
I was here last year too, so I guess I'm the token.
Well, on behalf of Williamson Source, we're working with Jack in the Box. So because you guys are like super fans tonight, we have some free tacos. After the game tonight, each lady can go get some tacos, and because you don't have a hat, free tacos!
There you go. That's our first Jack in the Box fans of the week, I should say. Plural this time. The Brentwood Bruins hosting CPA. Last year this game was a thriller, 17-14 nail-biter. In the 2014 edition, that wouldn't really be the case. Things would go a little differently. CPA here with a 4th and 2, and they go to Jay Hockaday for the first down. Now here's Weatherly, and he will rush to the 1-yard line. Setting up a 1st and goal from the 1, and once again they're going to go to Jay Hockaday. And this time he punches it in for 6. CPA up 7-0. Now here's J.R. Osborne. He's trying a field goal from 53 yards. And this guy's got a leg on him. We know that from watching him in soccer season. It's good. 53 yards. That's a school record. And now the CPA defense. Backing up that 10-0 lead. Plenty of players combining on the sack. And then again getting in the backfield, causing all kinds of trouble for Brentwood. And now here's the Brentwood kicker. This one not from 53, but still plenty of distance. It's now 10-3. We got ourselves a kicker's duel here. But J.R. Osborne, once again, you might want this guy on your fantasy team. He kicks 53-yard field goals and he scores touchdowns as a wide receiver. The route was pretty much on from there. Another touchdown being set up here by Weatherly. Hockaday would finish it, and CPA would go on to win 31-10. As the Lions are out to a really good start. Now Page hosting Lipscomb Academy. Lipscomb driving here in the opening drive. But then the ball somehow pops loose, and it's recovered by Sean McMahon. And let's take another look at how this ball ended up on the turf. Zooming in here, and it's just a bad snap. Just a poor snap. But really, a lot of the credit needs to go to Lucas Kramer, who knocked it loose from the quarterback. It looked like he was going to be able to recover it. A huge turnover, as it looked like Lipscomb was going to be able to at least get 3. And now here's Michael Roberts. A huge run getting inside the 35-yard line. Couple plays later, Michael McCokie over the middle to Corey Bond, just short of the first down, making it a tough decision for Brandon Hitt as to what to do on a 4th and about 2. After some discussion, makes the wise choice. Take the 3 points and take the lead. Trust your kicker. get your team on the board first. And he would do just that. Page draws first blood. They lead it 3-0. We go to the second quarter. And it's Lipscomb from the 1. And Will Temple carries it in for the LA touchdown. 7-3, Lipscomb on top, but Page would respond. How about Michael Roberts? Bouncing off several tackles and taking it in for the touchdown. Incredible. And how about the Carlton after the score? Look at this again. Roberts breaks one tackle, stumbling, runs into about 4, maybe 5 Lipscomb players, before trotting in for the score. Page win it 24-. All right, fans, be sure to check out Franklin Motor Company. You can visit them online at franklinmotorstn.com and check out cars like the 2013 Lexus CT200H. You can get 43 miles per gallon in the city, 40 on the highway. The sporty-looking CT200H is designed specifically for better handling with a low stance and special suspension components. Lexus CT200H is a hybrid electric compact 4-door hatchback. There is a single powertrain choice, a 1.8-liter 4-cylinder gasoline engine combined with a powerful electric motor. Check it out, franklinmotorstn.com, or check it out on the lot at Franklin Motor Company.
Your ride is here.
Now Spring Hill traveling to Summit. This contest was pretty tragic for the Spartans for so many reasons. There were some positives early as you see this run for a first down. Then the Spring Hill defense would wake up after that play. Drop player in the backfield for a loss. Here's sophomore quarterback Krasuski with a nice pass over the middle. That's another Spartan first down. That's about all of the good Summit would see in this game. Spring Hill's Tyler Oden finds Dante Miller for a big gain. Still same possession. Oden looking for Miller downfield again, and he's bumped by a Summit player. Several flags coming in on the play. That's pass interference, automatic first down. And then about the 25, Oden taking it himself, breaking a tackle, going into the end zone for the score. Spring Hill out in front, 6-0. In the same quarter, another Spring Hill touchdown. The real tragedy is Summit's Cody Campbell broke and tore ligaments in his ankle. He will have to have surgery and is out for the season, so our thoughts are definitely with him, as it is just devastating news, especially for someone in his senior season. Spring Hill wins the game 32-0 in the rivalry. Northeast at Centennial. The Cougar fans packing the place for week 1, and we'll pick it up right at the start of the second half. Centennial with a nice return. Already well in the lead, taking it to about the 50, and you might have heard of this guy, Emmanuel Hall. Yeah, he's apparently pretty good at football. A long catch and run for the Missouri commit, touchdown Cougars. There wasn't much Northeast could do to stop Centennial on Friday night. The Centennial defense had no problem stopping their opposition. Plenty of Centennial players here wrapping up the quarterback and dropping him just shy of the line of scrimmage. And you saw Osborne's 53-yarder. Well, this one's from 50. And this one is good. It's kickers. Really impressive. 41-7 Centennial. Not really even a contest. Knocking Clarksville Northeast around. PGA hosting Coffee County. And how about that for a little trickery? Getting near the end zone. Now we know with one running back, Ronald Cleveland. Here's Joseph Pasley. Can BGA have 2 solid running backs? That would just be scary and not really fair. BGA now on defense. And a number of Wildcats getting in for the stop. Defense smothering Coffee County, and here's Pasley again. Or excuse me, this is Clayton Bethard. He had 5 touchdowns in this game, by the way. And a nice run here for the quarterback. And then here he's going to lob one up to Marcus Cawthorn. That's good for 6 more. Tack on the extra point later. BGA cruising over Coffee County. And that wouldn't be all. The defense with more highlights. An interception as the wide receiver is overthrown, falls right in the hands of a Wildcat player. And remember this Joseph Pasley guy? Here he is again. Onto the left side. Nearly being able to take it to the house. Knocked out of bounds after getting in the red zone. Set up a BGA field goal attempt as they go on to win it 52-28. A solid opener for the Wildcats. All right, Independence and Kenwood. And Indy also looking good in their home opener. Here we see the Eagles complete a pass that could have gone for 6. Next play they would punch it in, and the Eagle fans are loving it. That is quite the turnout for their student section as well. And they have to be happy with what they're seeing out of their team as they try to get on top of a really tough District 11. Now the Eagle defense showing some highlights here. Fumble recovered by Indy. This game was just all Independence Eagles. Home team's doing pretty well in week 1. So we'll see Andrew Bunch setting up another Eagle score. Independence wins it 42-7 over Kenwood. And another impressive start for the Eagles. Now Fairview traveling to Cheatham County. Here's a nice run, getting into the end zone after breaking some tackles. Fairview out in front. He seemed to have been cruising along in this game, but they would have to hold off a frantic comeback. Here we'll see what they can do on their kickoff coverage. Getting to the return man pretty quickly, not letting him go anywhere. Hit around the 22-yard line. Here we see a play action. Zimmerman finds his man. Spins around, getting to about the 25-yard line. Then here the Yellow Jackets in I formation. Handoff. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Like I said, they had to hold off a furious rally from Cheatham to hold on to get the win. Start off 1-0 on the season. FRA traveling to CAK. CAK trying to put on a little fake here. FRA doesn't buy it. They're down 21-0. FRA is, and Walker Casey with a nice run here, and Spence Jones would finish off the drive as he finds Keeling Hunter for the touchdown to make it 21-7. Now down 28-7. Spence Jones is going to take it himself, and he gets a block, cuts it up, and gets in for the touchdown, 28-14, as FRA is trying to frantically get back into this game. Now Spence Jones to Larry Wilhoit, downfield, across the 50, into CAK territory, and Cannon Catlett with a long touchdown run that cut it to 7. They would have a chance to tie as he got the ball back, but unable to complete the comeback as they fall 35-21. Now Page hosting Fairview. This is girls soccer. See a near chance there for Page, and then how about this shot? Going top shelf, Fairview leads it 1-0. Page trying to battle back as this one goes off the post and sent out for a goal kick. And then again, close for Page as Megan Henry puts it off the post. But Henry, a few minutes later, gets around the keeper, fires it into the net, and we're tied at 1. We'd stay tied at 1 till the second half. But first, Henry went down in the box. Referee points to the spot. It's a PK. And the freshman from Texas trying to give her team the lead, but just underhit it. But she would score again to start the second half. A brace for Megan Henry. The go-ahead goal. They lead it 2-1. Paige, that is. Then a few minutes later, on a nice ball, Caitlin Sutton just tips it past the keepers. It rolls past the line and into the back of the net. A third Paige goal. They lead it 3-1. But Fairview not going away easily. They continue to battle back. A shot here beats the keeper in the side netting on the far post, and it's 3-2 Paige. Paige again. Another goal. Gigi Maddox scores to make it 4-2 and take another look. A nice out-swinging corner by Caitlin Sutton and just off the abdominals. Very much like Clint Dempsey in the World Cup against Portugal. It's 4-2, but again, Fairview making things interesting. A third goal makes it a one-goal game again. Just a few minutes to play. Fairview looking for the equalizer to try to get something out of this game, but Paige would be able to run out the final few seconds and get the 4-3 win. Here's what Megan Henry had to say about her performance.
Oh, it was great. I mean, coming in, being a freshman again, I mean, it's just, the team is just there, and they earned it. Like, if the team works for it, it's not just me. It's definitely not just me. And Coach Clapp, he's a really great coach.
And Coach Nate Clapp praised his freshman for her performance as well.
A couple little things with her is going to make her a phenomenal player. You know, so we talked about a little bit about it at halftime. But again, she's new to the school. She's new to our program. She's new to our style of play, and she's slowly tweaking her style of play to our style of play, and she's coming along.
Another big girls soccer game that was going on Thursday night was Oakland at Franklin. We have highlights from that as well. As you see, Courtney Perkins trying a shot on goal, but it's saved by the keeper. We go to the second half, and that's where most of our action would take place. And it starts with Delaney Griffin. Involved in a lot of the attack, especially in the second half, was Delaney. As you see this ball punched forward. Delaney gets there, tries a shot on goal, but it's once again snagged by the keeper. But it wouldn't be much longer before Franklin would push through, and it would be off an Oakland error. The keeper with a poor clearance. And it goes right to Delaney Griffin, who sets it up for Callie McKinney, who finishes, and the Rebels take a 1-0 lead. Now Oakland trying to equalize and get back into the game. Off of a corner. Headed out of bounds. That might have been their best chance of the second half. And then Franklin taking it to the corner as the final seconds tick off the clock. And the Rebels go on to win it 1-0. Here's what the head coach had to say about his team's performance.
We had about 6 players out. 4 got strep and 2 got some injuries that we had to keep them out of. What I found out, number 1, we've got depth. We do have depth, and number 2, we've got players with a lot of pride and a lot of guts. Because we couldn't sub very much, but the ones that came in gave us 100%, which is the effort that you got to have in a game like this. We didn't play our game, but we played a game well enough to win the game. And that's all you can. That's all it counts right now is it's a win and not a loss.
And that will do it for our Sports Source Highlight Show. If you want to see some of the girls' volleyball highlights throughout the week and the girls' soccer recaps from throughout the week, check out WilliamsonSource.com/prepsports, where you can see each week's thread. We'll have score updates, and we'll update you on as much information we can get from those games and highlights as well. So be looking for those. And also, college football starts up next week. We'll expand our coverage to some of the local colleges and then the Titans in a few weeks. We'll see you then.